You study all night, make tons of flashcards just to study for your next exam. But when the results come in, you feel disappointed. You started out everything. But luckily for you, I found three mistakes that's keeping you from being the best in the class. The number one mistake is do not blindly read through notes. So, what do I mean by this? Every student, when they have to face the exam, they just pull up their notes and start read from the top to bottom and repeating it in every page. That's boring. That's why you won't remember everything when you go to actually face exam. So what's the best way to study? In my opinion, there are two ways. The first way is if you're reading for the first time, and the second way is if you are trying to revise something. So the first way, if you're trying to learn something for the first time, here's the formula. First, you have to divide the lesson into sections. So what do you mean by sections? Typically maximum 6 pages and minimum 3 pages at least. And after divide those sections, you have to complete the first section. It'll take about 30 to 45 minutes. After that, complete the second section. After that, close the book and try to summarize the key points. You can do this by using a paper or a whiteboard. I prefer to use a whiteboard because I don't waste any papers, but it's your choice. After you summarize the key points in the first section, you go to the third section. After you finish with that, you go to the second section to summarize those key points in a paper. After that, you take a 10-minute break. I mean, you can't study like a robot, so you have to take a break. 10-minute or 15-minute break is enough. Do not scroll through YouTube, social media in that time because that will increase your dopamine. So do not do that. Repeat this until your sections are covered. Maybe you have 10 sections. Do this again and again with 10-minute breaks. That will really affect what you study when you're going to the exam because you're summarizing and revising at the same time by also studying. So that's actually a great way to study. In my opinion, that's how I am studying to become the top in the class for 4 years continuously, getting straight A's. But if you are revising things, it's kind of same. But here's the thing. First, you have to divide this lesson into sections. After that, get a paper or a whiteboard. As I told you, it's your choice. And try to write everything that you remember about the section. Start from the middle of the page and try to map those things. And also, please write those in blue color and black color. Do not use red color because we're gonna use it later after you're done with the chapter or the section. Then you can get the book and see if you have missed something. Then you can use the red color and write it so the chapter is finished, and repeat this until the sections are over. And after that, you can take a look at the sections once again if you need, but I think that's enough because you already wrote these things. I think by doing this, you actually memorize rather than just reading blindly. But it's not enough doing this. Most people do the next mistake, the second mistake that's keeping them from being the best in the class, even avoiding the first mistake. So you may ask, what's the second mistake? Putting up lo-fi music. I know, this sounds controversial. So many people have so many opinions on this. Some people like this, some people don't. But personally, I don't think putting lo-fi music is that much effective if you're doing some pretty hard mathematics or scientific things. So what should I do? You should put up not lo-fi music but white music, brown music, pink music. There are all those kind of noises. So I think you should put up those instead of lo-fi music because I personally tried those and I prefer white and pink noises rather than lo-fi music. I don't know. Put down comments. What do you think? But personally, I think white music is better than lo-fi music. But so many people put up white noises. They study systematically. But with the next mistake, they feel just disappointed after each study session. So what is that mistakes that keeping them from being the best in the class? Let me guess. It's where you study, of course. If you're just studying in a, how the hell are you supposed to study? You're just feeling sleepy. I know that sounds a no-brainer, but so many people do this, and that's the main thing that's keeping them from being the best in the class. So where should you study then? My first recommendation is to study in a table where you have no distractions and a clear focus to what you're studying, and also keep your desk clean. I mean, not beautiful. I mean, there are so many videos on how to keep your study table beautiful, but you don't need that actually. That's a distraction. So I need you to keep this clean without any distractions and only the books of you studying and a water bottle so you're hydrated. And the second option is you can study in the environment. I like to study some heavy topics under a tree or somewhere related to nature. But if you're like me, you don't have that much of space in your home, I think you can just study in a balcony where it's not crowded or not in the road. If that is in the road, I think you'll just better off studying in the table rather than on the road because it's bad. And if you have like non disruptive things in the environment, you can study in the balcony or somewhere there. By studying there, I think you will feel more energized rather than studying the table, and you will feel so calm. And in especially in the exam days, I tend to go to outside because of the exam stress. I think that helps me a lot. So with the three mistakes to avoid, I think you feel more energized and feel more confident when facing the exam. But in order to become the best in the class, there are some things you need to change in your life. With first one being to change your study table. And with in this video right here, I'll break down everything that you need to know so you can just start working today. With that, I'm Arya. Drop in comments if you want any specific advices from me. Rather than that, rock and roll. Peace out, guys.